Good afternoon, y'all. Hey, I've had a heck of a day. This morning, I woke up with my left eye was really hurting bad. So I called the doctor, got an appointment, and went in this afternoon. And come to find out, I had an abrasion on my cornea. He said it was about 10%, and sorry, this thing keeps trying to slide down. Hold on a second. Anyhow, it was about 10%. By the time I got there this afternoon for the appointment, though, my eye was already starting to feel better. It wasn't near as painful as it was when I first woke up. But he said that it was probably where, like during the night, maybe my eye was not closed completely, and I rubbed it, and instead of rubbing my eyelid, I actually rubbed my eyeball maybe. Anyhow, so I had a 10% abrasion, but boy did it hurt this morning when I first got up. Oh my gosh. But anyhow, he told me it was already starting to heal. He could tell from looking at there, and so that was good news. So and now it's not bothering me at all, except I have to wear my glasses instead of my contacts. So that's all this is to tell you why I've got glasses on tonight instead of not having glasses on. But normally I have on contacts. So when I start to chop this onion up, it might make me tear up, because normally my contacts are in my eyes, and cutting up an onion doesn't bother me. But what I'm making tonight for dinner for me and Bob, still trying to do some healthy cooking, is I'm making veggie and chicken fajitas. So we've got a rotisserie chicken that we've eaten part of it, not all of it, but there's quite a bit of meat left on there actually. And then I'm just going to take a Vidalia onion, which I'm just loving that they're in season right now, and they're the sweetest, nicest, really good onions. And then I've got 3 colors of pepper. I'll be chopping some of those up. And then to just add some more veggies in there, I've got about a half of a zucchini here that I'm going to use. And then where I had a tomato sandwich for lunch yesterday, I've got the rest of that tomato, and I'm going to chop it up and put it in there. So it'll be, a fun fajita, I think. I'm probably going to put mine in lettuce leaves instead of the tortillas. I did buy some, the tortillas to use for Bob's, but I'm going to try lettuce leaves because we're growing the lettuce up there in the garden, and I can't wait to taste some of that and see how that's good. But it's this nice big leaves that, are long and flat like that, so I should be able to use those, I think, instead of the tortilla. So I'm going to get started chopping these vegetables up, and then I'll get right back with you. Okay, I'm back, and I've got all my veggies cut, and I've got them in this bowl. But I did cut the tomatoes up separately and put them in this bowl, because they'll be the ones I add last, because I don't want them to just make it the mixture too watery. So now I'm about to start cutting up this chicken, and I pulled off a piece here. I just want to show y'all. I pulled the skin off, and I put it over here in this extra, like the top container. I put it in there so that we can give it to the dogs, because they love the chicken skin and any of the meat that I'm not going to use in my skillet. So what I'm going to do is just chop it up into, kind of, you can shred it or chop it, like just pull it like this, little pulled off pieces like that. Or you can just go ahead and chop it. Sometimes it's just easier for me to just chop it into little bite-sized pieces. But then I pull all this stuff off, and then I save the bones, and Bob gives those, he takes those out in the woods and lets the whatever wild animals might be out in the woods eat the actual chicken bones. So I'm going to keep pulling all this chicken off of here. If it's more than what I need for my fajitas, I'll wind up putting it over in a separate bowl, and then I can make like some chicken salad or something like that with it, or if it's like where we can make some chicken sandwiches, whatever. So anyhow, let me get this all in. I'm gonna put the meat in here first and let it start browning, and then I'll dump the vegetables in on top. So I'll be back to you in just a little bit. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and I just want to show you what this one rotisserie chicken that Bob had already sliced enough off of it to have one meal for himself. He had a chicken sandwich the other day. So what was left, I've able to put all of this in here in this pan, huge amount. That's what we'll have for tonight. I've got this much left over that I chopped up that I'm going to make some chicken salad for us to be able to have lunch. This will be going out in the woods for the wild animals to eat, whatever might be out there. And this is what goes to our dogs. So this is feeding many people and animals off this one chicken. So I put probably about 3 tablespoons of olive oil down in this pan, and now I'm going to turn on the fire and just let this start browning up, and then I'll add the vegetables in there, and I'll be back with you. Okay, the meat is browning up real nice, so I pushed it all to one side of the pan now, and I'm going to dump the vegetables in on this other side so they can start browning too. That really makes it start smelling like fajitas when you start smelling that onion and bell pepper. The aroma smells wonderful. So as those get kind of crisp, tender, then I'll stir it all together, and then we'll add some other spices and things to it. I did add some salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic powder to the meat already. So I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Okay, as you can see, the onions have kind of turned translucent now. So I'm going to mix the meat and the veggies together. That looks wonderful already. And all these vegetables, you know, they could have been eaten raw. So they're just not all the way super soft. They're still very good. So now what I'm going to do is I've already salted and peppered some more. So now I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And a little bit of lime juice. You could use lime or lemon, but lime is kind of, think of margaritas and Mexican when I think of lime. So that'll boost the flavor on that. And this is going to be ready to fill right into the either the lettuce or the tortillas, and then just add some salsa. I'm going to go ahead and dump these tomatoes in here, and it'll just be wonderful. All I really want to do with the tomatoes is just get them warm, which only takes a couple of seconds. Doesn't that look bright and beautiful? All right, I'll get back on as soon as we are ready to plate them up. Okay, y'all, my lettuce leaves are very small and thin, so I've got one right here so I can try it, but I'm probably gonna wind up just putting the lettuce on my plate and piling the stuff on top and eating it with a fork, but But it is very tasty. I put just a little bit of salsa on there. It's perfect. So y'all try this. There's all kinds of great things you can do with rotisserie chicken. And this is one, and it's quick and easy. And if your family likes Mexican, they'll love it. You can add some taco seasoning on it if you want to. Just make it your own. Y'all have a great evening. Love y'all. Bye-bye.